Welcome back, guys. Today we are doing another video. I'm going to be playing Minecraft and doing the Block Wars series. Of course, last Block Wars video, we had a massive event with the Lapis going to war with the Redstone and losing. They did do quite a bit of damage to the Redstone, but they mostly suffered the damage. The Obsidian got territory, the Lapis lost a ton of territory, the Redstone gained territory but lost population and tons of military. The Bedrock got some more territory. And so the Bedrock have kind of established a kind of reputation for attacking the Lapis. And by the way, guys, I am soon going to be doing a stream with 4GNZ. That is going to be amazing. Sure, I'm not at 50 subs, so I can't actually do a stream by myself, but I'm going to be in 4GNZ's stream, so make sure to watch that. 4GNZ is an amazing person. If you don't know, check out his channel. And yeah. But I'm going to be doing a stream with him for Forky City. That's going to be fun. But yeah. The Lapis rebuild a tiny bit, adding about a couple houses, like 5, but they're not going to be doing anything. No military growth, nothing. The Obsidian are going to be doing a decent amount of growth, mostly just stabilizing their control over the regions that they conquered. But yeah, nothing special. But yes, this is going to be a massive kind of growth for the Obsidian. After fighting a war, they deserve some power from it. And the Obsidian are actually preparing for another war, right after that big one that just happened between the Red and the Lapis. And that war will be focused upon the moss. I'm actually going to increase the size a little bit right here. As you remember, the moss a long time ago fought a massive war, and that war cost them a ton. And so they actually don't want to fight, but they are going to... They're kind of being pulled into the fight by the Obsidian. And their people are kind of afraid of this. Not super afraid, but kind of afraid. And the population grows a tiny bit. Of course, they get some more territory. And the Reds have some, or Redstone have some coups, because of their absurd amount of territory. And so part of their land becomes the soil. Where should I put it? Just put it here for now. Soil just has a very small military. They can't really have much of a military because of their low population, but they get a military with what low population they have. And this is just to keep the Reds out of their territory. Redstone. The Redstone have very bad borders, but they honestly could not care about this. They're not worried about their borders right now. They're worried about keeping their nation intact. Because, like, they suffered so much from that war. They almost lost. They would have lost if the bedrock had not come in and saved them. The Obsidian also decide to stack a lot more soldiers on their border with the moss. And they build kind of a wall, not much of a wall, but kind of a wall on their border with the moss. This is entirely meant to protect their soldiers and to make sure that the moss do not try and attack them, or else the moss would suffer greatly from an attack. And the Moss decide to send 2 soldiers forward to kind of counter the Obsidian with building this wall and also putting soldiers there. And another nation is made. They're from Moss that are scared of the Obsidian and want to actually fight with the Obsidian because of how afraid they are. And they will not be the Crying Obsidian, but they will be Skulk. The Skulk are going to be extremely weak. But they will decide that they are going to fight against the Moss. And they send their soldiers, well, one of their soldiers, out to fight. And they actually have a military way too large for themselves, but that's okay. And they send 2 of their soldiers out to fight the Moss. And keep 1 soldier at their base. And now the Moss are kind of scared. They still don't want to recruit, but they kind of have to. So they recruit 1 more soldier. And I get it, that's not a lot, but they need as many soldiers. Well, they can't get really soldiers, but they need as many soldiers as they can get, so it's only 1. And the Redstone try and do a little bit of building, and sadly it's not much, but they'll get the amount of building done that they can get and hope for the best. And the Bedrock decide to build a tad bit more. And also get another soldier. And the Redstone decide to send 6 soldiers and a general over to the Soul Soil. Not Soul Sand, but Soul Soil. I probably should have chosen Soul Sand, but they're Soul Soil. And the bedrock do not like this at all. They actually want to be on the side of the soil. And so they kind of puppet the soil by sending a soldier over to them to defend them against the Redstone. I keep on wanting to call them the Reds. The Redstone are not happy about this, especially since the Bedrock had helped them in their previous war. But the Bedrock are angry at them because they are blocking them from the Obsidian. They wanted to trade with the Obsidian, and now the Obsidian are walled off by the Redstone. And the Obsidian really want to go against the Moss still, but they just aren't prepared to attack yet. But then they send even more soldiers over to the side that the Moss are on. Like, this is now a decent force, not a large force, but a decent force. You get some more soldiers. And then they build 2 more commander spots. Why? Because they want to make this another front. So they have their commander here in the south, their commander here in the north, and then they have a third commander in kind of the southeast. And here will be where they focus their front. Of course, the Moss have a ton of soldiers, so the war would be very hard for them to fight, but their goal is to finish off the Moss, though that will be an incredibly hard task. They are very similar in land size, but of course the Moss have the clear advantage in military power, as their original giant cube of military is far superior to the Obsidian military. They also send over a general to hold this front as well. And this will be probably next episode, the war of this kind of area. The Moss, the ancient Moss, versus the Obsidian. The Moss actually, I think, have been the nation around for the longest amount of time. Of course, they were the third nation, I think. I need to check. But I think they were the third nation to appear. And so them being around for this long is a massive feat, a massive accomplishment. And of course, the Obsidian, while they may not have as many soldiers, They do they seem to be slightly larger, especially if you consider the skulk, than the moss. And their rate of growth, of course, is faster than the moss. But they also have stronger soldiers. And I think that could definitely prepare them for the moss, to fight the moss. They do quick, last-minute growth for their army size, and get some more barracks. And yeah, so that will be the end results of this video. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe. It would really help. And yeah, so this is the end results for this video. Episode 13, I think. Done really good so far, guys. And make sure to stay tuned until the next video. Bye.